CBS presents this program in color.
Thank you very much. Well, Tom, here it is, the last week of the year. Last week was Christmas, and tonight's New Year's Eve.
Boy, you sure come up with the big news. That's a scoop, huh, folks? Last week's Christmas, now it's New Year's. He made it up. That's
all
very
right,
clever.
all right, Tom. Don't be so smart. It wouldn't be such a bad idea on a night like this to take stock of yourself.
I have. And I've already made, I'd like to mention this to everybody, I've taken stock of myself, and I've made up my own New Year's revolution. And I made a revolution that I'm not, from now on, I am not going to act stupid anymore. I will never act stupid
anymore. That's good.
anymore.
I'm in favor of that. I'm really in favor of that.
And right now, I'd like to sing a New Year's song for all the people.
You just sort of tell the people what you just said, how you're taking
my
stock
revolution.
of yourself.
I've taken stock of myself. And here's a song I'd like to share with you.
Here you go.
Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not shout. I'm telling you why. New Year's is coming to town.
That's stupid.
Another New Year's revolution down the drain.
It's the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour with guest star Eddie Albert, Judy Collins, the Irish Rovers, Pat Colson, Nelson Riddle and his orchestra, and the Jimmy Joy Singers. Brought to you by Pond's Cold Cream, the gentle cleanser that takes off stubborn mascara, eyeshadow, eyeliner in a wink.
I tried everything the single girl's manual said. The way to his heart is through his stomach.
He had acid indigestion.
Entice him. I lost an eyelash. Then I tried Pond's 7-day beauty plan. Every night I creamed twice.
Once to get off makeup and grime.
Then again. That's the secret. To cream in moisturizing beauty oil. Nothing works like Pond's 7-day beauty plan.
Hey, fella, ready for a wild new experience? Look what's happening in San Francisco.
Go natural and make the scene. Hey, Groom and Clean.
Groom and Clean is just like me, water active.
Mixes with water. No greasy buildup here or on your hair. Wet combing cleans away dirt and dandruff.
Hair holds natural cause it combs clean. Hey, Groom and Clean.
Join the swing to Groom and Clean.
From Television City in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, meet the Smothers Brothers.
There's a meeting here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight. I know you by your friendly face. There's a meeting here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight, my friends. Glad you came along. I know all your brothers and your sisters here are gonna help us sing this song. There's a meeting here tonight. Say now. There's a meeting here tonight. I know you by your friendly face. There's a meeting here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, for our New Year's show, we thought we'd just have an old-fashioned folk sing, sort of a hootenanny.
The guests on our show tonight are some of our very good friends. Some of them grew up with us in show business. And since it's a new year, we thought we'd just have a good time with some of our friends like everybody else.
Now, each one of us is going to sing a verse, and then we'd like you all to join us with a chorus.
So just sing out, there's a meeting here tonight. And let's hear your voices ring loud and clear as we all join together and sing along with the meeting here tonight.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go. I got a gal, she's 10 feet tall.
There's a meeting here tonight.
Sleeps in the kitchen with her feet in the hall.
There's a meeting here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight. I know you by your friendly face. There's a meeting here tonight.
gal, she's 10 feet tall.
There's a meeting here tonight.
I got a gal, she's 1 feet tall.
There's a meeting here tonight.
Oh, that made me.
Here tonight.
Hey, wait, she's 1 foot. I said if she's 1 foot tall, where's her feet?
Well, I said she was 10 feet tall, so that...
Then you said she was 1 foot tall.
Yeah?
Can't you make up your mind?
No. What's your question?
Well, I said if my gal's 10 feet tall, she sleeps in the kitchen with her feet in the hall.
I said my gal's 10 feet tall, and then I said that she was 1 feet tall.
Can't you make up your mind?
No, I lied about it the first time. Actually, my gal's 1 feet tall.
And where does she sleep with her feet?
Well, her feet are about this far from her head, so...
There's a meeting here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight. I know you by a friendly face. There's a meeting here tonight.
Mr. Eddie Albert!
I got a gal, she's 10 miles wide.
Here tonight.
She sleeps in the kitchen with her ears outside.
There's a meeting here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight. I know you by a friendly face. There's a meeting here tonight.
It's Judy Collins.
I'm 10 feet high.
Here tonight.
I sleep any place I want to.
There's a meeting here tonight.
There's a meeting here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight. I know you by a friendly face. There's a meeting here tonight. The Irish Rovers.
We got a gal round as a ball. There's a meeting here tonight. Rolls in the kitchen, rolls down the hall. There's a meeting here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight. I know you by your friendly face. There's a meeting here tonight.
Mr. Hamilton Kemp.
I got a gal that kisses frogs.
There's a meeting here tonight.
She's not my girl anymore, because anybody would kiss a frog.
Here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight. I know you by your friendly face. There's a meeting here tonight.
Mr. Patrick Paulson!
I got a gal named Buffalo Bill.
There's a meeting here tonight.
She won't kiss me, but her buffalo will.
There's a meeting here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight. I know you by your friendly face. There's a meeting here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight.
There's a meeting here tonight. I know you by your friendly face. There's a meeting here tonight. Let's put this song right on the shelf.
There's a meeting here tonight.
If you want any more, you gotta sing it yourself.
There's a meeting here tonight.
Hey, there's a meeting here tonight.
There's a meeting here tonight. I know you by your friendly face. There's a meeting here
One
tonight.
more time.
There's a meeting here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight. I know you by your friendly face. There's a meeting here tonight.
You know, to this stage, we'd like to bring you a special musical slugfest of talent direct from Ireland, where men are two-fisted, tough, rough, rowdy, and as dynamic as their Irish music. In Ireland, where men are men and women are pleased with it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Irish Rovers.
I'm sick and tired of working. No more I'll dig the praties. No longer I'll be poor. For sure as my name is Barney, I'm off to California. Instead of digging praties, I'll be digging lumps of gold. Right, Jamesy? In the days that I was courting, I was never tired resorting to the alehouse and the playhouse and the other house besides. But I told my brother Seamus, I'll be up now and grow famous. And before that I returned again, I'll roam the whole world wide. So it's goodbye, Mrs. Morgan. I'm sick and tired of working. No more I'll dig the praties. No longer I'll be poor. But sure as my name is Barney, I'm off to California. Instead of digging praties, I'll be digging lumps of gold. Well, I've courted girls in Blarney, in Antrim and Killarney, in Dublin and in Kerry, down to the Cove of Cork. But I'm tired of all this pleasure, so now I'll take me leisure. And the next time that you hear from me, I'll write you from New York. So it's goodbye, Mrs. Durkin. I'm sick and tired of working. No more I'll dig the praties. No longer He told me if I'd stay a while, he'd surely find me work. But work he didn't find me, so there's nothing here to bind me. I'm bound for San Francisco in California, yeah.
In San Francisco, and me fortune it is made. Me pockets loaded down with gold, I'd throw away me spades. I'll get back to the year out there and spend me fortune never caring. And I'll marry Queen Victoria, Mrs. Dorkin, for her despite. So
The wagon train moved slowly across the prairie wide, while the wagon master looked for trouble side to side. What's that? Feathers, and over there, tents, engines, say the women folk, and Kents. The wagons all were gathered for protection in a loop. The redskins thundered toward them with a holler and a hoop. Chief Raincloud dismounted. We not belligerent, peace pipe broken. We come to trade for Kents. They made friends.
With a taste of Kent.
Oh, such friends.
With a taste of Kent.
Lasting friends.
With a taste of Kent. More taste, fine tobacco.
The moral is you'll go for Kent's great taste with no reservations. Honest engine, there's a new long Kent. Kent Deluxe 100s. More and more taste. More and more fine tobacco. Now long cigarette smokers can say, to a smoker, it's a Kent.
Since this night is one of getting together with some of our friends, we take particular pleasure in welcoming our next guest.
That's correct. Our next guest has been a friend on our show quite a few times. He's not only a friend, he's something more than a friend.
Yes.
He's a lover.
And that's very friendly. Yes, this is Eddie's third appearance on our show, and here he is, the star of Green Acres, Mr. Eddie Albert.
In 1814, we took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. We took a little bacon and we took a little beans and we caught the bloody British near the town of New Orleans. We fired our guns and the British kept a-coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began a-running down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Up, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3. We looked down the river and we saw the British come. There must have been 100 of them beating on the drum. The steps so high and they made the bugles ring. We stood beside our cotton bales and didn't say a thing. We fired our guns and the British kept coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began running down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Up, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3. Old Hickory said we could take them by surprise if we didn't fire muskets till we looked them in the eye. We held our fire till we saw their faces well. Then we opened up our squirrel guns and really gave them well. Fired our guns and the British kept coming. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began to run down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Oh, they ran through the briars and they ran through the grass. They ran through the bushes where the rabbit wouldn't go. They ran so fast that the hounds couldn't catch them. Down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. We fired our cannon till the barrel melted down. Then we grabbed an alligator and we fought another round. We filled his head with cannonballs and powdered his behind. And when we touched the powder off, the gator lost his mind. Oh, we ran through the briars and we ran through the briars. We ran through the bushes where the rabbit wouldn't go. They ran so fast that the hounds couldn't catch them. Down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Up, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4, up, 3, 4, halt, halt, halt. Yes, sir.
You're not even breathing hard. How
No,
about
no,
that?
I like that song.
Boy, it's really good to have you back, Eddie. It
Oh,
is
I'm happy
great
to
have
be
you on the
back
show.
here with you fellas.
You know, we always had so much fun when we were, together on the show, but
When
I
we
felt
were
cheated.
fellas, yeah.
Yeah, but no, I felt cheated because we never
How's
did
that?
get to work with a trio. We wanted to work on a trio this time, and
We were
supposed to,
supposed to, yeah, but
Yeah.
Tommy couldn't.
Well, I know. We
I
should go
could
into that.
so.
Now, Tommy, you
It
did
happened that I learned it, I stayed up and learned this song we were going to do. I learned it all last night.
No,
I
it's too
practiced and
difficult.
rehearsed.
Tommy,
It's a lot of trouble. It's too.
No, I learned it. Let's do it.
No,
okay?
no, Tommy,
No,
let's not do it. I didn't even stay up.
Let's do it. This is a very charming. Just be quiet.
Tommy.
This is a very. This is a very charming.
See what I mean?
This is a very charming German song called Johnny Schmoker. See that? I even knew how to introduce the song.
That's pretty good, yeah. Great man. All right, now we try. Just follow me now, huh?
Okay.
Johnny Schmoker, kannst du singen, ich kann spielen auf der Trommel. Rub-a-dub-a-dub, das ist mein Trommel.
Rub-a-dub-dub, das ist mein Trommel.
Johnny Schmoker, kannst du singen, ich kann spielen auf der Pfeife. Widdy, widdy, wink, das ist mein Pfeife. Widdy, widdy, wink, das ist mein Pfeife. Rub-a-dub-a-dub, das ist mein Trommel. Mein Rub-a-dub-a-dub, mein Widdy, widdy, wink, das ist mein Pfeife. Johnny Schmoker, kannst du singen, ich kann spielen auf der Kornett. Wah, 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 das ist mein Kornett.
Wah, 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 that is my cornet.
Widdy, widdy, wink, das ist mein Pfeife. Rub-a-dub-a-dub, das ist mein Trommel. Mein Rub-a-dub-a-dub, mein Widdy, widdy, wink, mein Trommel. Das ist mein Kornett. Johnny Schmoker, kannst du singen, ich kann spielen auf der Trombone. Wah, 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 das ist mein Trombone.
Wah, 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 that is my trombone.
Wah, 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 das ist mein Kornett. Widdy, widdy, wink, das ist mein Pfeife. Rub-a-dub-a-dub, das ist mein Trommel. Mein Rub-a-dub-a-dub, mein Widdy, widdy, wink, mein wah, 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 mein ho, 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 das ist mein Kornett. Johnny Schmoker, kannst du singen, ich kann spielen auf der Violin. Das ist mein Violin.
Wee, 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 this is my violin.
Ho, 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 das ist mein Kornett. Wah, 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 das ist mein Kornett. Widdy, widdy, wink, das ist mein Pfeife. Rub-a-dub-a-dub, das ist mein Trommel. Mein Rub-a-dub-a-dub, mein Widdy, widdy, wink, mein wah, 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 mein ho, 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 das ist mein Green, das ist mein Violin. Johnny Schmoker, kannst du singen, ich kann spielen auf der Viol. Zoom, 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 das ist mein Viol.
Zoom, 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 das ist my Dio.
Wie, das ist mein Violin. Wah, 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 das ist mein Trombone. Wah, 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 das ist mein Kornett. Widdy, widdy, wink, das ist mein Pfeife. Rub-a-dub-a-dub, das ist mein Trombone. Mein Rub-a-dub-a-dub, mein Widdy, widdy, wink, mein wah, 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 mein ho, 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 mein wie, mein zoom, 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 das ist mein Dio. Johnny Schmoker, kannst du singen, ich kann spielen auf der Piano. Plinkety, plink, das ist Piano.
Blickety, blick, das ist piano.
Zoom, 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 das ist mein Dio. Wie, das ist mein Violin. Oh, 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 das ist mein Trombone. Wah, 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 das ist mein Kornett. Widdy, widdy, wink, das ist mein Pfeife. Rub-a-dub-a-dub, das ist mein Trommel. Mein Rub-a-dub-a-dub, mein Blick, das ist Piano. Johnny Schmoker, kannst du singen, ich kann spielen auf Triangle. Ting, 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 das ist Triangle. Ting, 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 das ist Triangle. Plickety, plick, das ist Piano. Zoom, 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 das ist mein Dio. Wie, das ist mein Violin. Wah, 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 das ist mein Trombone. Wah, 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 das ist mein Kornett. Widdy, widdy, wink, das ist mein Pfeife. Rub-a-dub, das ist mein Trombone. Mein Rub-a-dub, mein widdy, widdy, wink, mein wah, 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 mein ho, 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 ting, 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 das ist Piano. Johnny Schmoker,
Beef, potatoes, cauliflower, salad, beef, potatoes, cauliflower, salad.
Hello? Beef?
Potatoes.
Wake up! Potatoes? Potatoes? Mash!
Potatoes.
Wake up, sleepyhead!
Salad.
Ah, that's a good cauliflower.
You have just witnessed a great flavor awakening, which explains why over 12 million women cook with accent.
flavor.
Ooh, good.
Accent.
Wake up, Flavors.
Wakes up flavor.
You know, one of the greatest joys in life is to share your special pleasures with your friends. And tonight we would like to share with you a lovely voice of a lovely lady who is a good friend of ours. She has a lot of soul and she's a lovely person, Miss Judy Collins.
Broken windows and empty hallways, a pale dead moon in the sky streaked with gray. Human kindness, it's overflowing, and I think it's going to rain today. Scarecrows dressed in the latest style, frozen smiles to chase love away. Human kindness, it's overflowing, and I think it's going to rain today. Tin can at my feet, think I'll kick it down the street. That's the way to treat a friend. Right before me the signs implore me, help the needy and show them the way. Human kindness, it's overflowing, and I think it's going to rain today. Lonely, tin can at my feet, think I'll kick it down the street. That's the way to treat a friend. Right before me the signs implore me, help the needy and show them the way. Human kindness, it's overflowing, and I think it's going to rain today.
That was really beautiful.
You know that Dick, Judy, and I worked together back in 1960 during the winter season in Aspen, Colorado at a ski resort, and we used to sing a lot of songs together, and we'd like to sing one now.
In the snow.
Yes, in the snow. Why don't you tell them what song we're going to sing?
It's called Hard Loving Loser.
Don't tell me, tell them. I already know what it is.
It's called Hard Loving Loser.
Just like my brother.
Yeah, no. Guy puts on a motorcycle jacket and he weighs about 105. He's the kind of surfer, got a whole daddy haircut, and you wonder how he'll ever survive. He's the kind of frog man wearing 20 20 pounds of counterweights sinking in the sea like a stone. He's the kind of soldier got no sense of direction, and they send him in the jungle alone. But when the frogs on the pumpkin and the little girls are jumping, he's a hard-loving son of a gun. He's got 'em waiting downstairs just to sample his affairs. They call him a spoonful of fun. He's the kind of person going riding on a skateboard and his mind's raging out of control. He's the kind of person who goes to drive a Maserati, puts the key inside the wrong little hole. He's the kind of Steve I'm tearing wild down the mountain. It's a patch where there ain't any snow. He's the kind of cowboy got a hot trigger finger, shoots a flute, cause he's drawing kind of slow. But when he comes in for bowling, he's an expert at rolling, sets the pins up, lays them right down. He's got 'em taking off their heels, and they like the way he feels, and they call him a carnival clown. Well, he's got a parachute and screaming like Geronimo. He makes a little hole in the ground. He's the kind of logger when the man hollers timber, gotta stop and look around for the sound. He's the kind of artist rents a groovy little attic and discovers that he can't throw a beer. He's a human cannonball coming for a landing, and he wonders where the net disappeared. Oh, when he takes off his shoes, it won't come as news that they're lining up in trees and in trees. He's got 'em pounding on the door, got 'em begging for some more. He's got 'em pounding on the door, got 'em begging for some more, and they call him whatever they choose.
We'll be right back with Eddie Albert, Judy Collins, and Bobby Blackmore on the second half of the Smothers Comedy Brothers Hour.
There's a meeting here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight. I know you by your friendly face. There's a meeting here tonight.
I got a gal with a 10-foot nose.
There's a meeting here tonight.
She sleeps in the kitchen with her nose and her toes.
There's a meeting here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight. I know you by your friendly face. There's a meeting here tonight. I got a gal, her name is Walt. There's a meeting here tonight. She sleeps alone. There's a meeting here tonight. Hey, there's a meeting here tonight. There's a meeting here tonight. I know you by your friendly face. There's a meeting here tonight.
Second half of the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour. So don't go away.
If you could put Tareyton's charcoal filter on your cigarette, well, if you could put Tareyton's charcoal filter on your cigarette, you'd have a better tasting cigarette. Of course, we can't guarantee it'd smoke as smooth as a Tareyton. Face it, if you want your cigarette to smoke as smooth as a Tareyton, it'll just have to be a Tareyton with the charcoal filter. That's why us Tareyton smokers would rather fight than switch.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, my brother and myself and I have been working together for about 7 years as a duet, right?
That's what the card says.
But we didn't start. But we didn't start in show business as a duet. We started in the business as a trio.
That's right, Tommy. We started as a trio, and the third member of our original trio is here tonight, and he came down to visit us, and we asked him if he would like to do the show for old time's sake, and he said yes.
So we asked him, we said, "Are you sure?" And he said, "Yeah." So he said, in turn, "Okay." So, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like for you to meet our old partner and friend,
Bobby Blackmore. Give him a hand. So how are you doing, Bob?
Fine.
He said fine.
You know, Bobby played the banjo and added the third voice to the group, and he helped us form some of the original comedy concepts of our act. And, boy, it's been a long time, huh, Bob?
You said it.
Yeah, it
My
sure
brother
is.
said it's been a long time, and Bobby said, you said it. Then I said what they both said. So
All right, Tommy, you don't have to repeat. We know what we said.
My brother just said I don't have to repeat what they said because they already know what
He
they
hasn't changed a bit, has he, Dick?
No, he hasn't changed a bit. Well, I thought he had, but until you came back, I see he reverted to his old problem.
I see I have the same old problem.
He never could
What?
He never could think for himself.
He said I never could think for himself.
Well, it's true. It's really true. He couldn't think for himself. When we were a trio, Bobby and I thought and talked so fast that Tommy couldn't keep up. And he couldn't think of anything original, obviously. So he just repeated everything we said.
I just repeated everything that they said because I couldn't think
Our
of
act
anything.
was twice as long as it should have been because Tom repeated everything we said.
That's right.
That twice was act as long as before because...
That's just enough. That's just enough. Just tell everybody the song we're going to sing.
Okay.
Tell about it.
We'd like to do for you an exciting Spanish, Jewish, Israeli song. A song of celebration. A song of the harvest as people slowly dance around and around to a throbbing rhythm of passion and fun. Dancing slowly around, I can see them in my mind's eye. Dancing around slowly and slowly. Oh, it hurts. And this music is a slow, throbbing rhythm, and slowly these dancers whirl slowly and picturesquely around until the excitement builds, until all of a sudden they say, "Hey!" And all of a sudden you'll notice the rhythm picks up double time and the excitement builds to a fantastic picture. Dancers are whirling and twirling around, and the music picks up this excitement as they dance around and around. Excitement builds.
Tommy, let's
So
do the song.
You'll all be...
Tommy, let's do the song before it gets too exciting. All right? Let's go.
My brother said, let's do the song.
All right.
Zenna, 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 Arena, Hayali, Bamoshava, Alna, 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 Tigna, Bena, Liben,
Excitement! Down around the dancing zone! Sing it!
Thank you. Since our show tonight is kind of in a traditional folk mood, we asked Eddie Albert to do something for us in the spirit of the American frontier, the way it was before the cities came and, well, swallowed up the land. It's a poem by Stephen Vincent Benet, and it's called The Ballad of William Sycamore.
My father, he was a mountaineer. His fist was a knotty hammer, quick on his feet like a running deer. He spoke with a Yankee stammer. My mother, she was merry and brave. She came to her labor with a tall green fir for her doctor grave, and a stream for her comforting neighbor. Some are cradled in linen fine, and some like a godling scion, but I was cradled on twigs of pine and the skin of a mountain lion. And some remember a white starched lap or an ewer with silver handles. I remember a coonskin cap and the smell of bayberry candles, and the cabin logs with the bark still rough, and my mother, who laughed at trifles, and the tall, lank visitors, brown as snuff, with their long, straight squirrel rifles. I can hear them dance like a foggy song through the deepest one of my slumbers. The fiddle squeaking the boots along, my father calling the numbers, and the quick feet tromping the puncheon floor, and the fiddle squealing and squealing till the dried herbs rattled above the door, and the dust went up to the ceiling. Oh, round and round old Joe Clark, round and round we go, round and round with old Joe Clark. Old Joe, there are children born from dawn till dusk, but never a child so lucky, for I was cradled on Money Musk in the bloody ground of Kentucky. When I grew tall as the Indian corn, my father had little to lend me, but he gave me his great old powder horn and his woodsman's skill to befriend me, and a leather shirt to cover my back, and a redskin nose to unravel each forest sign. I carried my pack as far as a scout could travel, till I lost my boyhood and found my wife. A girl like a Salem clipper, a woman straight as a hunting knife, her eyes as bright as the dipper. We pitched our tent where the buffalo feed, unheard of streams were our flagons, and I sowed my sons like the apple seed on the trail of the western wagons. They were right-tight boys, never sulky or slow, a fruitful, a goodly number. The eldest died at the Alamo, and the youngest fell with Custer. The letter that told it burned my hand, and we wept and said, so be it. But I could not live when they fenced the land. It broke my heart to see it. I saddled a red, unbroken colt, and I rode him into the day there, and he threw me down like a thunderbolt. And he rolled on me as I lay there, and the hunter's whistle hummed in my ear as the city men tried to move me. But I died in my boots like a pioneer, with a whole wide sky above me. Now I lie in the heart of the fat black soil like the seed of a prairie thistle. It has washed my bones with honey and oil and picked them clean as a whistle. And my youth returns with the rains of spring, and my sons with the wild geese flying. And I lie and hear the meadowlark sing, and have much content with my dying. Go, play with the towns you've made of blocks, the towns where you would have bound me. I sleep in my earth like a tired fox, and my buffalo have found me.
And now, once again, the Irish Rovers.
You may talk and sing and boast about your fenians and your clans, and how the boys from County Cork beat up the Black and Tans. But I know a little codger who came out without a scar. His name is Paddy Mulligan, a man from Mullingar, the feeder system of the Connemara.
strides. So they sent for reinforcements through the country, left and right. 3,000 men surrounded him, they hunted near and far. But he was with the IRA and John's was motor car. The pillars chased him out of Connemara, forbade up the valley and Stan O'Hara. And when he came to Ballymo, he stole a parson's car, and he sold it to the bishop in the town of Castlebar. 700 peers couldn't match him, and she sent out the others for to catch him. And when he came to Dublin town, he stole an armoured car, and he gave it to the IRA brigade in Mullingar. They came with tanks and armoured cars, they came with all their might. Them peelers never counted on old Paddy's dynamite. From the 13th day of April, well, he blew them to July. And the name of Paddy Mulligan makes the girls of Ireland sigh. The peelers chased him out of Connemara, forbade up the valley and Stan O'Hara. And when he came to Ballymo, he stole a parson's car, and he sold it to the bishop in the town of Castlebar. 700 peelers couldn't match him, then she sent out the orders for to catch him. And when he came to Dublin town, he stole an armoured car, and he gave it to the IRA brigade in Mullingar.
We've come a long way together, but now there's another much richer than you. End of the line, hidden magic. I've met a new hidden magic. It's rich with conditioners, and every inch of my hair looks it. Does it hold? Like a hug. Think I'm using you just because you're rich? You're so right.
New Hidden Magic does more than hold. It's the first rich hairspray.
One of these teenagers is really a 30-year-old housewife. They thought her young looks could fool the kids, and they did. Did she fool you? Even her hands didn't give her away. They've got a creamy young look. She uses ivory liquid for dishes. Today's ivory liquid is the creamiest looking, mildest ever. It even whips. Let today's ivory liquid leave your hands with that creamy young look.
You know, in a few hours, this year will be history. And things happen so fast these days that we all have a hard time recalling what took place even last week. So here to review some of the more newsworthy events of the past year and to put them in perspective for us is our distinguished Vice President and editorialist, Mr. Pat Paulson.
The year 1967 was without a doubt the most exciting, memorable year of this century. Wasn't exactly that outstanding, but it was it was one of the, well, actually very little. The whole year was a complete drag, actually. I'd just soon forget it. This year started on January 1st. For most people. Some of us didn't get with it until the 3rd or 4th. During 1967, war came to the Middle East. And of course, our American troops put in a year of heavy fighting. Here they are, capturing 12th Street in Detroit. During the next few days, similar riots swept many of our major cities. It was a crisis to which Congress reacted with concern and alarm. With concern mounting over Vietnam, Secretary of State Dean Risk finally called in the press and summed up the United States Vietnamese policy. And he said, "Our government has rigged credibility in drafting in China. The DMZ is not on the commitment. We should protest of all the great generals, including Bob Hope. Desire a firm nor sure in favor. Obviously grand with the napalm, and believe me, we know what we're doing." A statement that reassured a worried public. There was some opposition, particularly on our college campuses, to the war effort. and here and there an occasional draft card was burned. One of the happier events of the year was the birth of the first grandson of President Johnston. Everyone was delighted with the little fellow, and the president seemed to get a big kick out of him, too. Never saw a weak old kid with that much hair. While the president was engaging in these domestic frivolities, Herbert Humphrey became one of the busiest vice presidents of all time. Here he is, putting in a typical day. In March, the congressman from Harlem, Adam Clayton Powell, was censured by his colleagues in the House of Representatives. The next day, downhearted and dejected, Congressman Powell faced the press. That's the wrong picture. That was taken a month later when he was reelected. This was the year that the hippie movement caught on, and sights like this became common. Long, ratty hair, sideburns, heavy beads, and the guys looked pretty crummy, too. During the year, Howard Hughes bought up much of Las Vegas. Here is an exclusive Smothers Brothers scoop of the rarely seen magnate making the deal. Heckled by the public and the lawmakers for being the biggest cause of smog, the auto manufacturers finally came up with the answer that could clear the air. Then we'd be back to dirty streets again. Toward the end of the year, there were some cabinet shifts, and there was some question whether Secretary of Defense McNamara was leaving under pressure. All in all, it was a year of trouble and problems, riots, crime in the streets, pollution of our air, our men fighting on foreign soil. But to those of us who are becoming discouraged, let us remember there is one who watches over us, who knows more than any of us why there is so much strife and where we are heading, and who, as we face the new year, asks only that we place our trust and faith in him.
I don't know what in the heck's... Tommy, come out. What's happening? What does this mean? This isn't part of the show.
Bring in the new. We. Happy New Year. Oops.
What does that mean?
It means Happy New Year.
Oh, that means
Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year.
All right, Happy New Year, Happy New Year.
It's hard to believe.
You're just being silly. That's all you're doing.
You're kind of a dead fish, if you ask me.
What do you mean I'm a dead fish?
It's New Year's Eve.
I know it is.
I figure that at least we could do is bring in the New Year in the old traditional way. Bring in the New Year and bring out the old way.
What traditional way?
The traditional way.
What's traditional about
the way
they?
Well, see, the New Year's spirit. Listening to those big bands playing on the radio and those crowds in Times Square, and all packed together, screaming and yelling and dancing and blowing horns and wearing hats and shedding tears and throwing up and all the things in the spirit of together.
All right. But what specifically do you have designed for this show tonight in your traditional?
Well, the first thing that I have to do is to say goodbye to the old year. I think that's the most important thing.
Okay. So
okay.
Go ahead.
Goodbye, old year.
Okay, that's really exciting. Now I suppose you're going to say hello to New Year.
That's
hello,
right.
New Year, like that.
No, I'm not. We're going to bring in the New Year's baby right here in this audience, and we're going to have everybody.
The real New Year baby?
That's right, folks. And here he is. Let's have a big hand for little 1968.
You're 1968?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough year.
Well, 1968, what kind of a year is it really going to be for America?
Well, it's going to be weirder than ever. Going to be smoking eggplant and inhaling hairsprays. It's going to be a year of love, though.
Well, that's good, a year of love.
Love?
Yes,
love?
It's going to be a year where everyone loves everyone else. Neighbors loving neighbors, Republicans loving Democrats, Russians loving Americans, East loving West, North loving South. No more hate, love everywhere.
Oh, that's wonderful, a year of love.
Yes, and then we'll follow that with a tremendous population explosion. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, you better. Well, I must say, Tom, that so far with your traditional New Year, I am tremendously unexcited.
Well, you have a right to be because I've saved the best till last.
Whoa, what's best? What do you do?
Best thing for last. So open the stage, please.
Why, it's Nelson Riddle and his orchestra. Hey, Nelson Riddle. Gee,
yeah, that's
nice to
right.
see your
And guess what
orchestra.
he's going to play for us?
No, don't tell me. Not Old Lang Syne.
Yes, Old Lang Syne. He's going to play in that famous arrangement that's become practically a New Year's theme song with all the Royal Canadian saxophones a-weeping and a-wailing. In that way, we've come to know and love. So hit it, Nelson.
I'd rather not.
Now look at Nelson. Look, you better get in the spirit of things and do what Tommy says, because if you don't, he's going to take away your hat.
That's right.
I'd rather you did anything but that, fellas. All right, we'll play it. I just hope Frank isn't looking, that's all.
And now to really finish this off right, we're going to have everyone from our audience come up on stage to help us bring in the new year. Come on, Dick, help pass out the hats and the horns. And we'd like for all of you to come right up on stage here and bring in the new year.
That sounds exciting. We'll be right back after this commercial. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's New Year's Eve of 1968. Ring out the old, ring in the new. We'll share a cup of kindness. It may not sound like much, but it's on the house.
Yes, salute to those old acquaintances. A kiss, a sigh, a whimper, a fond farewell, a last dance.
Right.
A banana. A love-in for one and all. Yes, it's New Year's Eve. Really something else, isn't it, Dick?
Right, Tommy. I really got to hand it to you. You know, it's just the way we've always spent New Year's Eve. Watching other people having fun on television.
Yeah, isn't that wild? Look at them having a ball.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, folks.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year! Good night, everybody, and Happy New Year.
This is Roger Carroll speaking for the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour, wishing you a Happy New Year!
Come to the coolest part of the forest and discover the cigarette that tastes extra cool, extra mild. Pell-Mell Menthol 100s, extra cool, extra mild. Extra long at both ends, an extra length of cool-tasting tobacco, an extra long filter to smoke milder. Puff for puff, milder than ever. Pell-Mell quality with menthol.
The Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour was brought to you by Pell-Mell Menthol 100s, the extra cool tasting, extra mild tasting cigarette that's extra long at both ends.
Ba-ba-ba.